Good morning, all my beautiful people. I'm just finishing up the rest of the ironing and getting this put away. I did all the laundry and I'm just cleaning up everything. It's Thanksgiving on Monday here in Canada. So I am going to make some stuff. Going to my cousin's Saturday. And then I think I'm going to spend some time with my male friend on Monday. That all depends if he's busy. I'm not sure yet. We haven't discussed it, but I'm sure we'll find time in between there to get together. So he likes carrot cake, so I'm going to make him a carrot cake. I'm going to make butter tarts for my cousin and a blueberry lemon loaf. I think I'm going to make 2 blueberry lemon loaves because I can freeze one for another date. I also have a half a banana loaf in the freezer that I'll take up north with me. I'm going to make some dessert after I finish doing all the ironing. Anyway, let's see what else I get up to. Along, and I'll show everything. I've shown you guys my carrot cake and my banana breads and lemon loaf, so I'm not really going to get into full details with that. I also have a few errands I have to run out and do today, so I'll take you guys along with me. That's about it. But I'm going to get busy here and get this done out of my way, and then I'll start baking. I'm going to do my carrot cake first because it takes the longest to bake. Just grated 6 cups of carrots. Calls between 4 and 6. I did 4 last time. My daughter said there wasn't enough carrots in it, so I did more. 6 eggs, 1 3/4 cups of sugar. It calls for 2, but I never put it. And I think it's 3 heaping tablespoons of cinnamon. I'm gonna look. I grate my carrots by hand because when I do it in the food processor, it seems to dry them out. I have 6 eggs, 1 3/4 cups of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 2 heaping teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of fresh grated nutmeg, 2 cups oil, and 6 cups of carrots. I did 2 teaspoons of vanilla and 2 heaping teaspoons or tablespoons of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, freshly grated, 2 cups of oil, and 6 cups of carrots. Making a double cake. I did 2 2/3 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 3 of baking soda, and a teaspoon of salt. I mixed it all together, and now I'm going to pour it into 2 greased pie pans. I think they're 9-inch. Bake it at 350, usually about 40 minutes. Ready to go in the oven. Then I got to clean up. Carrot cake's out. I'm just going to let it cool for a minute, and then I'll put it on a rack. And then I'm going to put it in the freezer. I'm not icing it today. On to butter tarts. Couldn't think. I melted my butter in a double boiler because I don't have a microwave. But if you do, it's easier to do it that way, I'm sure. I just don't really like them. So I put in a little over a half a cup of brown sugar, and I'll do a little over half a cup of the corn syrup. And I'm doing 1 1/2 eggs, teaspoon, and a little bit of vanilla, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a teaspoon of vinegar. I'm going to wrap them up in some parchment paper and then some plastic and put them in the freezer. They're almost cooled. I place these in the freezer, and I'll bring them out probably 2 hours before I want to icing them. Only Thursday. Serve this till Sunday or Monday, so. I have everything mixed up, and I always do it in a measuring cup, and the reason for that so I can pour it into the pie or the little muffin tin that I'm using. Tart tin, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, so I'm got my pastry ready, and I could do the raisins separately. You can do pecans, you can do all kinds of different things, different nuts. I just usually do raisins or plain. And I did a pinch of salt and a teaspoon of vanilla, teaspoon of vinegar. 1 1/2 eggs. I just made it a little bit extra because I like it a little fuller in the tart tin. Okay, I put my raisins in here. I like golden ones better, but this is what I have left, so I'm using these ones. The golden, they're a little bit chewier, I guess you'd say. And then I'm just going to pour my syrup into here. Bake it in the oven. I think I put it on at 415 for the first 5 minutes, and then I turn it down to 400. I think it takes 12 to 13 minutes. That's why I do it in a measuring cup, because then I can just pour it in without making a big mess. I might have overfilled the one there beside it, but I can use a teaspoon. Take some of it out. You really don't want this to overboil in the oven. Ooh, hot mess. Yeah. It's kind of like a pecan pie if you're American. This is so Canadian. Very Canadian. Everybody eats butter tarts here. Well, they're out. A couple of them boiled over a little bit, but I sprayed my pan, so I'm good. And I'll let them cool for like a couple minutes, and then I'll put a knife around it and get them out sooner than later so they don't stick. What I do is I just put a knife in here on the side and I turn. Well, I'm making it out like it's easy, but it's usually pretty easy. If you do it quick enough, you can get them to turn. Otherwise, they're going to stick to the pan and you'll never get them out. That's how I do it. Go back to that one. It's a little soft. It might be a little too early to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Just take it and turn. There you go. See? Sometimes I have to clean my knife off in between, but that's how I do it. Good morning now, my beautiful people. Look at the pretty sky. I'm going to make 2 lemon blueberry loaves. So it's only 4 ingredients. It's lemon, eggs, flour, condensed milk. Well, actually, that's to make the lemon loaf. I'm adding blueberries into mine, so 5 ingredients, I guess. Leave the recipe in the description. It's really basic. I did this one before, but I'm repeating it for those who are new with me. Well, maybe if you want to make it, it's quite lovely and easy to make. And for you that already have it, a few of you've tried it and told me you loved it. So I'm going to make a double batch today. I'm doubling it. So I have 2.5 cups of flour, 1/2 cup of lemon juice, and the rind from 2 lemons. To get 1/2 cup of lemon juice, it takes about 2 lemons. Just pour all that into one bowl. It's self-rising flour. So in here is, I'm doubling this, so I'm using 1/2 cup of lemon juice, 6 eggs, the rind from 2 lemons, and I'm using 2.5 cups of flour, a whole container of blueberries, and 2 tins of the condensed milk. I'm making 2 loaves. I'm doubling the recipe. I have everything in here now. I'm just going to add the blueberries and get it in the oven. The oven's at 350, preheat it. I'm going to spray 2 loaf pans. Just give it one more really good mix. And it's good to go. Okay, I'm going to pour it into the pans now. It's really good. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. I'm making a little drizzle for the top. I'm using 1 whole lemon and the rind from it. Then I'll just add some icing sugar into that. I don't want it too sweet. I just want it maybe a little more lemony than sweet. And that's it. When it comes out of the oven, poke a few holes in it and I'll drizzle it across when it's about halfway cold. I'm just going to add a couple tablespoons of icing sugar into my lemon juice here. Mix that all up. And that'll be my drizzle for the top. There we go. That should be enough. That's like 2 big ones. While they're out of the oven, they look amazing. I'm just gonna let them cool before I drizzle on that. Poke some holes in it. I have a toothpick and I'll just go along and do that so it all drains into it. Makes it real ooey gooey. And then I'll wrap them up. I'm gonna run downstairs, pull the last geranium, put the fern in its place, and call it a day. Our weather's gonna turn. And if you're Canadian, happy Thanksgiving. Have a beautiful day. I hope you have time with your friends and family. And I am going to take a spin up north, see my family. Probably come home Sunday night. I'll go up Saturday, spend the night, and come home Sunday night. Monday, I'm going to go spend it with a friend. Okay, I have the blueberries there because I took a picture for my Instagram. Just a chick in the kitchen. Follow me. And you can follow me on Brooke Draycott Designs as well. I have 2 Instagram pages. I have 3, but one's private. Anyways, looks good. I'm going to go down and do the geraniums. Let this cool just a little bit more before I wrap it all up. You know how bad I want a piece of this? It's a thought, right? Okay, I gotta go get busy downstairs. I have my Die Hard tomato plant here. It's looking pretty shabby, but I got 9 tomatoes off it yesterday for my salad. And there's still a bunch, so I'm gonna leave it a couple more days. I'm gonna go downstairs, take the geranium out and put the fern in its place. I was gonna buy mums, but there's no point. The season's over and I gotta take this down to the laundry room. I'm gonna take out the geranium and put this fern in its place. Needs a good watering. I think everything does. We haven't had any rain. It's supposed to maybe rain this weekend, but I'm done with the yard. I just gotta clean leaves up every other day, but it's all good. Just give everything a little bit of a drink. And I'll move this one in between the 2 chairs, and then I'm gonna be putting them away soon. I'm gonna take this out today because we're supposed to get some cold weather coming. Get this done before I head away for the weekend. Take some flowers and put them in the house because I can, right? Then I'll overwinter this. I'm gonna get all this done. Okay, I got the geranium out. I'm just going to put the fern in here and then clean it up and water everything. Take those roots with me. Always stuff to do, isn't it? I kept some flowers for the house. And I'm just gonna plop that in there right in the basket. That'll just fill it in there till the frost comes. And it looks fine. A little full on one side, but I'm good with it. These ones still look beautiful. I'm gonna water them. I gotta take some of the leaves off this, wash them all and put them in a bag. And then I think I'm done for out here, except for I'm gonna blow everything, clean up some leaves. So I'm gonna close this video. I'll see you in the next one. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Take care.